the author says that the Rotary Grace will be said by me. Then the loyal toast will be said by Nafsi Zulaika. The forward test will be said by Sumbua Zabib. Then the final toast will be said by Tanir Emily. The object of Rotary will be said by Dichiru Halima, Director for you. Thank you so much. And here we are going to present the community service we did today on the agenda. And the second will be a presentation by our group. I think the rest of the groups never came with their own books. I think one group will present about the revolving loan. That is so far what we are going to present today. I think without wasting time, we are going to stand up for the Rotary Grace. Thank you. The Rotary Grace says, for what we have received and for what we are about to receive, may we be truly thankful and ever mindful of the needs of the less privileged. Amen. So the loyal toast.
The loyal toast will be said by Nafsi Zulaika to His Excellency the Republic of the Uganda.
To His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda.
We are going to the forward test, which will be said.
The forward test. This is being said by Sumbua Zabib. Of all the things we think, say or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendship? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you. Next is going to be the object of Rotary.
The object of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster. 1, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. 2, high ethical standards in business and professions. The recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as opportunity to serve society. The application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. And lastly, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was the object of Rotary. And I think we're going to have a seat. We're going to take our seats. Next is, we did community service today. We went to Odopi, we moved around Odopi village. We cleaned around 4 boreholes. And the 4 boreholes, we met with the committee, water user committee, and we also met with the community members. We did cleaners together with them, and we also asked them the few questions about how the water has been helping them and what procedures are they using to keep the borehole, the sustainability of the borehole. And we found out that the boreholes were repaired and the jerrycans for collecting water were clean. And those ones who are not clean, we told them to wash it and they even washed it when we were there. We also opened the way for the water to flow, the water from the borehole. And the photos I also sent them to you people. And the places for cleaning the jerry cans, we found out that those people had a place for cleaning the jerry cans 20 meters away from the borehole and 50 meters away from the borehole for washing clothes. So they had two separate places for cleaning the borehole. For the jerry cans is alone, for washing clothes is alone. Then we also asked them about the sanitation and hygiene in their homes. Concerning latrines, we asked them whether do they have latrines and how have they been maintaining the latrines since they can maintain the hygiene of the boreholes. So they told us they have latrines, and the latrines, they have tip taps. Concerning the tip taps, although we never went to the homes, but we asked the water user committees, because the water user committees is also responsible for that. And to see to it that the people who come, the people in his community has to be clean. And also we made the LC. The LC came after when we were almost leaving. And we got to know that from the community, they also have fines. Yeah. Once the borehole gets spoiled, each and every household has to pay 1,000 per house, per household. Then I asked them, what do they use with the money? They said among themselves, they said no. The money is kept so as to repair the borehole in case when the borehole breaks down. Then we asked them, like, if a community, maybe if a household does not pay, do they allow the household to fetch water? They said no. Each household has to pay every month. It's a monthly. You're not allowed to fetch. And if your jerry cans are very dirty, you're not supposed to fetch water until when you clean the jerry cans. That was one. Then we also ask them, in case the water user committee and the communities they have a problem within the watersheds. They said they don't entertain problems like conflicts around the water. Like if you come first serve, you have to make a line once you want water. They follow the line, the sequence of first come, first serve. Once you come, once you come first, you'll be the one to fetch water. And we asked them how have they established the committee, how the committees were formed. They said the members came in and choose the committees who are near the water, who can foresee what is taking place at the borehole, And we asked them how has the community taken the boreholes. They said the community owns the borehole. They know that the borehole belongs to them and they can maintain it. They can do cleanness around it, and orders are laid. Once you found washing near the borehole, you have to pay fines. That is what we found from them. So we asked them how has the water been useful to them, how were their lifestyles. They told us their lifestyles before the boreholes were established was not okay, but now since the boreholes are there, they are very happy. And we only found one borehole which had a problem. It takes long for the water to come, and once they have pumped around 10 jerry cans, the water becomes hard. That is so far the problem we got when we went to check on the boreholes. Thank you so much. That was about concerning the cleanness we did today and how we went and visited the boreholes. We washed them. Also, we opened some of the ground, we opened the way for the water to flow. The surrounding around was also done by the Rotarians today. Thank you so much. Hello? Hello.
Very good report. Thank you. Go ahead.
You're welcome. And that was about the community service. I'm also going to present on the activities of my group, the whatever, the repayment loan. For the group things to have said that each group has to come with a report book. We, the Assistant Women Group, had taken had made a repayment to 29. Groups are 4. The money we collected we had collected 4,683,000 for the repayment. And the people who took the money, whose names are here. Yeah. Group name is Africa Women Group on 26th of February 2022. We made a repayment loan to the following groups, the following persons. 1, we paid Momba Pfizer. We paid him 100 and he took money 653,800 and he repaid back 109,000. And he completed that was his 6th month for completing the loan. He completed this month. Then next was Dawa Pale. Dawa Pale took 791,400. He paid back 131,900 and also completed the 6th month. And the total fund was 6,600. Next, the third is Zaid Ahmed, took 700, repaid the loan 116,700, and that total the development fund was 5,900. He also completed this month. Then next is our dear Arafat. Our dear Arafat borrowed 1 million and returned back 166,700. His development fund was 8,400,000 and also completed this month. Next is Malda Nesiba, took 1,500,000 and repaid back the loan 250,000 fully, and the development fund was 12,500. She is the 5th month. She's completing this month. Next is Aikoru Nusura. Aikoru Nusura took 1,843,400 and she prepaid back the loan fully 307,300 and the development fund was 15,400. She's in the 5th month. Then we also have Bako Kalsum. She took 1,300,000. She repaid fully 216,700. The development fund was 10,900. Next, we have Chandiru Asia. She borrowed 1 million and she repaid back 166,700 with a development fund of 8,400 fully paid. Next, we have the 9th person is Mandera Azina. She paid 1 million. She borrowed 1,200,000. She repaid back 200,000.
and the development fund was 10,000 fully paid. Next, the 10th is Ajiko Azna. She borrowed 1 million and she repaid back 166,700. Then the development fund was 8,400 fully paid. Next is Bichuru Rukia. She borrowed 1 million and repaid back 166,700 with a development fund of 8,400 fully paid. Next is Maneno Zubeda. She borrowed 1,041,200 and she repaid back 173,600 with a development fund of 8,700 fully repaid. Next, we have Farida Zaitoon. She borrowed 1 million and she paid back 166,700 with a development fund of 8,400. Next is Aikoru Naima. She borrowed 800 and she returned back 133,400 with a development fund of 6,700 fully repaid. Next is Wadra Zubeda. She borrowed 700,000. She repaid back 166,700 with a development fund of 5,900 fully repaid. Next is Olema Baifa. She borrowed 700. She returned 166,700 with a development fund of 5,900. Next is Alu Batul. She borrowed 1 million. She repaid 166,700. Then development fund was 8,400. Next is Night Zumura. She borrowed 700,000. She repaid back 166,700 with a development fund of 5,900. Next is Paco Zechun. Borrowed 883,200 and repaid back 147,200 with a development fund of 7,400 fully paid. Next is Dawa Kalsum. Dawa Kalsum borrowed 700 and fully repaid 166,700 with a development fund of 5,900. We have next is Bakoraima. Bakoraima borrowed 1 million, returned back 166,700 with a development fund of 8,400. Aikoru Alungaru Nadia. Alungaru Nadia borrowed 1,554,200, repaid back 260, and development fund of 13,000 fully paid. We have Dawa Pfizer. Dawa Pfizer borrowed 1,300,000 and paid back 216,700 with a development fund of 10,900 fully paid. We have Aiko Arafa borrowed 300 and repaid 50,000 with a development fund of 250,000 fully paid. We have Kereke Shamim. She borrowed 1 million and repaid back 166,700 with 8,400 as a development fund fully paid. We have Jamila Kasa. Jamila Kasa borrowed 900,000 and repaid back 150,000 with a development fund of 7,500 fully paid. Next is Otu Zaitun. She borrowed 900,000. She repaid back 7,500. That was the development fund. Next is Adiru Zaitun. Adiru Florence rather. Adiru Florence borrowed 800,000 and repaid back 133,400 with a development fund of 6,700. Lastly, we have Wad Sarah. She borrowed 820,200 Ghana shillings, paid back 136,700 with a development fund of 6,900, totaling to 4,683,000 for the month of February. Then these 468,300 were given to the following people. One, we paid Zaid Ahmed 1 million, also signed. We also paid this money to Dawa Pale 1,300,000. And the next, we also gave it out to our dear Arafa. Our dear Arafa borrowed 1,500,000. Then lastly, Mumba Pfizer borrowed 883,000, totaling to 4,683,000. That was our repayment loan for the month of February. Thank you so much. Questions and questions and subtractions, additions are welcomed. Thank you so much.
But Rukia, are the women finding that they're making more profit with the larger loans?
Yeah. Sunday and Bogor, so the man came in and Bogor in the Zingalamuka. Sunday and Bogor, the man came in and Bogor today in a Zakamuka. They said it's okay. Yeah.
Are they growing their businesses the way they want to grow them?
Killing business kids so mental as okay Dania. They're saying they want their business to grow more than what now they expect.
Do some of the borrowers, would some of the borrowers like to have much larger loans than this loan pool can provide? I'm thinking in terms of maybe qualifying for bank loans. Do some of them need loans of several million?
They said they are there, they've accepted.
Yeah, well, we don't have that kind of money, but now that they've established a good track record of repaying loans, we think it's a good time to reach out to the banks to see if some of them could qualify for bank loans. And still,
interest rate today is 2%. In the Iraya. They said it's okay. They've accepted that idea of borrowing from just like the one you have sent. I explained to them, like if they want a large amount of money, right now the money you have is not all that, but the bank is willing to give them loans. The interest rate is 2%. Do they accept? They said it's okay. They agree with that.
okay,
That's what they said. Yeah.
okay. So let's see what we can do, or see if we can find somebody at the Centenary or Postal Bank that would be willing to start giving some of your lenders larger loans.
They said it's okay.
So just to give a little bit more information, in Kanungu, in the far southwest of Uganda by Rwanda, in Kanungu, the microloans group is going to Centenary Bank and Post Bank to get loans. And they have an agreement with Centenary and Post Bank to get loans. So we wonder if the same agreement would work for Yumbe.
I think once the women are sensitized, and they know that in the bank their money will be safe, the bank has them as a security, and that will also make them to open an account with one of the banks. That will be helpful, because right now, where they save their money, very few have accounts in the foreign banks, like Centenary or like Post Bank, but the rest, I think the majority do not have the account. So now if they're going to get, like if the bank, like Centenary Bank and the Postal Bank will give them loans, that will also help them to open accounts with Centenary so that their money can be in safer hands. And they also want their sensitized. Borrowing money from Centenary needs ABCD. I think that will help them.
Yeah.
If
One
we
question.
get awareness on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one thing it's important to check. I know in Colombia, every time you put money in the bank or take it out of the bank, they charge you money. So in Colombia, we try never to use the bank. In other countries, they don't charge you. So I would say check with Centenary Bank to see what kind of charges they will make, because in some places your money just goes down and down and down. Hopefully that's not the case in Uganda, but it's something to check on first.
But I think in all the banks in Uganda, once you withdraw money, there's some charges, the bank charges. They also write it that there's bank charge. Bank charges are always there indicated.
Yeah, and so if you have a lot of money, at some point it makes sense. But if they're putting in and taking out small amounts, just check to make sure that they're not going to be worse off for having money in the bank. It's something to look into.
Send the bank charges. Yeah, I was explaining to them. I think in all the banks, just like as I explained, there are charges. Even
Yes.
if it's small, they will still charge you a bank fee, bank charge, and they'll also write it down that this is a bank charge.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to say congratulations on that wonderful project in Adropi Village. Your club continues to be very inspirational in how much service you're providing.
Thank you so much.
And especially when you go in and you use Christina's knowledge to train them in different ways that they can maintain their health and maintain the integrity of the boreholes and things. That education component is really important too. So cheers for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think while I was recruiting in the morning, so had a meeting in the mosque. I'm going to attend the meeting, and she promised to be with us. I think she has taken up with that meeting. This time she's going to be with us. Questions?
Is there any information about recognition of the Yumbe Club?
Pardon?
Have you heard whether Yumbe has been recognized, or is the club still provisional status?
We have not heard from Anguzu. They have not informed us. I think the club still runs as the provisional. We will have asked Anguzu how far the charter issue has reached. If he's online, I think let him be the better person to answer for us that question when the club is chartered.
Hello, Rukia and everyone.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. I've been hearing your discussions, and thank you for that question. The other time we met with the DG, she said they are going to what? Give us feedback. The person in charge of doing that will give us feedback about the charter of Yumbe. Maybe also on Saturday, we will also have a meeting with them. This Saturday, I will ask how far from him, if you have not had any issue about the charter, I will ask them again on over the weekend when we are having meeting with them. That's the information which we are waiting from them, because he said the person in charge of that will respond back to us on that issue of charter. So that's how far we are yet waiting. But I'll ask him again also over the weekend.
Okay,
perhaps, perhaps I've also been hearing about you talking of also working with the banks to the issue of getting loans. I also, just my word of encouragement and also question is that please look at the interest rate and also bank charges. In our country, bank charges are very high. There are some banks who have extremely very high bank charges. So it depends on that. You can also discuss with the other VSLs which have also been engaging with banks and keeping their monies there. Some, I think they keep their monies there. If you discuss it with them, it will be of help. So in doing that, please just go stage by stage and ensure you reduce that. Yeah, I remember when we used to receive our money from USA through Stanbic Bank, we used to really receive abnormal charges. That's how we shifted to Orient. So when you hear from others, it will be helpful. That idea you study from others, it will help you people enough. I also want to thank you people for the work you have been doing with the borehole cleaning and other things. It's really very great. I thank you so much. In case of anything, please keep me informed. I'll always ask those people, because we'll have a meeting over the weekend. It's okay. I'll give you feedback. Yeah.
Okay,
greetings
thank
to
you
all.
so much.
Yes.
I will greet you too.
Perhaps,
Thank you so much for the wonderful advice.
Do you people have some new people who also joined? Do you have some additional people also? New members?
No, we still don't have additional members.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there are some people who are waiting for the startup before they will join us.
Okay. Otherwise, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming and thanks for giving us a wonderful advice.
Yeah.
Rukia.
Otherwise, also, you just get used to let the business continue growing.
Yeah, we shall do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rukia, I would just like to clarify that I think it's a really good idea to try to get loans from the bank, but I'm very concerned, as as the Arua representative has also stated, that it might not be such a great idea to keep your money in the bank because of all the charges that they have. So loans, for sure, get loans from the banks, but be careful about putting your money in the bank.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. But now I think we shall need to go slow, as Angus said. Like once now people get used to, but that's when they'll now go to the banks and ask for loans from the bank. Because now you also go to the bank will need to bring a guarantor. There are so many procedures to follow. And some people may not have that. And they also can ask what assets do you have? So those are questions asked by the bank. Do you have some assets and where are they? Your photo will be taken near your assets. So in case you fail to pay back the loan, the little asset you have will be taken away by the bank. And they also sell to a different person. So that is the major fear the women have, I think. Yes. Yeah. So they are here, they can speak also for themselves about concerning the issue of the loan. That they really accepted it, but they also revised, they also thought it wisely. Like you go to the bank, they want you to bring a guarantor. They ask you where your assets are. Do you have some assets? If the assets are not there, you have a land. And in case something happens to take you away, definitely your assets will be taken away and also sold at a cheaper price. So these are also the other side the women are taking, and the other side they are saying that they are still okay with TCP Global Funds. If time comes, if need be, that's when they will now come and go where? The bank. That is the way.
Hello, Helen. Hello. I just want to add something about the issue of the yes.
Hello.
Speaking to Nancy, I want to add something about concerning the issue of the bank. Most in our region here, we have seen with our real eyes, so many people have lost their properties because of taking loans from the bank. If you have a plot, that will be the first guarantor they will be taken to be put there, either the whatever, the papers of the land, they will keep them on bank. So assuming if you fail to pay, either you just mesh up small, that will be an advantage to them to sell away that plot of yours. So according to me, I don't want to lose my property I get from through the money from TCP Global. I don't want to lose it because of the bank issue. And so many women who have just changed their lives, those who have said that they have clothes, they have built houses, and they've also expanded their business. It is this money of TCP Global, I think, the one expanding their whatever businesses. Now, if the issue concerning bank, what is this one not returning us back? Will not change our life back again.
Okay, you raised.
I will still remain very broke.
You raised very good points, and I think it's important to go forward with this very carefully. First, talk to the people in Southwest Uganda who are doing this and getting bank loans to see what they did to make sure that people aren't worse off for getting the bank loans. And maybe the group could help pick who's got the best chance of success, and then work with them to make sure that, yeah, we have to do this cautiously. But first, I think we should talk to the people in Southwest Uganda who are doing this, find out what precautions they've taken, and
Okay.
we need to do some research first.
Sorry?
Yes, we need to do some research first.
Okay.
And work together.
I have some questions I wanted to ask Anguzu. If Anguzu is online, please, Anguzu. Anguzu, are you online?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I've heard your voice here about the issue of charter, but
Yes.
the only problem we have seen here to challenge to us, we
Mm.
can still struggle to get some new members to join us. But the question will be fine, but are you people chartered? Since we are answering them, we are still not chartered. It looks for them that we are wasting our time. And they also think that they will come to join us to waste also their time. So please, our brother, our elders, try to help us with that issue of the charter. It's a real challenge to us also to get new members.
Okay, thank you so much. I will even inform the DG about it. Ideally, the DG wanted when he's coming for charter of Yumbe, he also comes to commission the global grant suite, global grant project which we have been implemented here. Is over there are many activities which are going on. Let me also ask them again on Saturday, because they are delaying. You people are ready for charter, but it's people from Kampala. We just need to keep pushing them to ensure that Yumbe is chartered. So that time he assured me that there is a lady he has assigned to work on that. He will get back to me. What I need is to ask him also again how far the issue of the charter has gone. Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask him again on Saturday. Yeah. Otherwise, I've taken note of that. Yeah. Otherwise, please continue going on, continue doing your work. You already have a provisional status. You are already there. You have to get encouragement. You have to take hope. So that's what my message to you people.
Thank you so much for the advice, and thanks for that nice message.
Yeah.
We shall always be patient until the day comes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, is there there's somebody who wants to talk still about the issue of getting loans from the bank?
Hello, this is Chadiru Emily from Mechora Women Group, the chairperson. Me, as personally, I'm talking direct to Helen and Chris. This money of banks, really, we are now used to the money of TCB Global. As personally, even I need big money because my business is drug soap. Drug soap, 2 million, 1 million cannot make the business to grow. But going to the bank, it is very difficult because here in Uganda, many women lose their homes, they rent to Sudan because of that money getting from the bank. You can get 1 million from the bank. If you miss 1 month, these big motorcycles will run about over you to get their money. So we are really fearing to get money from the bank. At least we are praying to God. You have to give us this TCB Global additional funds. We shall go slowly, we shall get the things which you want. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really important to hear these stories. So if there's anything else.
Hi, I'm Sumbua Zabib. I want to comment on that issue of the bank. Me personally, I'd been taking money from the bank. What they are telling you, the interest rate is 2% is not what is on the ground. That interest 2% is for the bank. What about the Uganda Commercial Bank? He is going to charge on that. The other time I picked 2 million. I paid more than 5 million. The interest is too much. For me, we are contented with what we have right now. They say little by little makes bundle. So this is what we are, and we are to see that the little you have given us, we are going to use it like that. And when time comes, we shall come and get the big one. We are patient, we are waiting for that. We are not rushing for that issue of the bank. We fear to lose our properties. That is what I wanted to comment on.
Very poor.
Yeah, the first thing, we would have to have someone from the bank come and talk to the group and address these concerns. But also, now that SADC has so much money passing through the bank, there's a possibility that we could arrange some sort of an agreement with the bank to make sure that they're not charged those high interest rates, to establish some ground rules for, if you happen to be a week late or a month late, that they don't come out to your house in a motorcycle. You have some leverage because of how much money passes through their bank. But definitely before this would start, we would need to have the bank come out and talk to you and answer these questions and concerns, if they want to even go forward with it, if they want to explore this idea.
Yeah, I concur with you. Usually my challenge here with banks is they don't disclose exactly the details, since people cannot understand technicalities of their charges. It will be good to have a clear agreement with the bank if funds flow through them, and also agreement related to the draws and other stuff. It will really help. What you are saying is true. And what these other people have also been saying is true. I've seen some banks charge like 20%, some microfinance institutions here charging like 20% per month. That's how people really lose money at that extent. So if you have such kind of agreement with the bank, and it's very clear for the women, to be helpful. That's my concern. I've ever attended such kind of trainings. It needs an agreement, a written one with the bank, such that you know exactly what you're telling the mothers is right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
As individuals, you're vulnerable, and the bank can take advantage of you. But I think the Rotary Club now has some standing, and all the women's groups also, people have seen how they're empowered. I think you have you're in a much stronger position because there are so many of you working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at times, what the banks normally put is not what maybe unless a signed agreement is put, both parties must sign it. And now if they come and charge abnormal profit, we shall just present to them the document. Say that we had agreed the percentage was this. How come the percentage has gone this far? That will be much better. And if the banks will also encourage at least most of the people, most of the women to open accounts with them, will also be better for me, will also sound okay for me. Because this time the issue of robbery has become so common. You move with your bag is grabbed away, maybe you have your money in it. So at times also that can bring you back. At least when you have the money in the bank, you go to the bank, you withdraw the amount you want, you put it into the business, then the profit you save it there will be much better for me. That's the way I see to it. Thank you. So So I think if there are no she's called Nama Dali, the chairperson for Bomafia. She's going to add on the issue of the bank. She's saying that once you pick loan from the bank and you have stayed for 1 month without paying back, they'll tell that your account is dormant, you have to reactivate your account. But once you deposit the money, they chop some, they deduct some. Then once you withdraw money, just like the charges I was giving you, I was telling you the bank charges. And it has bring for them fear. That they are, she's saying that for the women, they are very strong, and they're very strong because the TCB Global is there with for them. It was not because of you people. The use of the bank can make you to leave your home, you leave your kids, you take care of your life. You either go to Sudan, you go to the nearest places. So they really wanted to avoid that issue, and they're okay with the TCB Global Fund. He's saying that he's very thankful to TCB Global. Thank you. Thank you. That was from Bomafia. Okay, I think if there are no any other questions or subtractions, I think we are going to call off the meeting. If we don't have something to say now. Thank you so much. We are going to sign up for the closure of the meeting. The sergeant, she has not yet come. She has been taken away by some issue. The acting sergeant, I think, is there. Will take charge.
Good evening. We are coming to the end of the meeting. We had 20 members who attended, and one of them missed the meeting on a request. As told by the president, he was for a meeting. He has not turned up because he was taken by that meeting. And we had been for the meeting. It was a vivid meeting. People expressed their concerns. As you have seen, many people talked. And right now we have come to the end of the meeting. We are going to close it. May God take us back safely.
Amen. Thank you so much. We are going to sign up for the closing of the meeting, which will be closed by Chanel Emily.
Now we are going to close the meeting. Chanel Emily, Director for Membership. I give you Rotary International Rotary worldwide. Cheers. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Thank you all. Good night.
Okay, bye.
Always a pleasure to be with you.
It was nice being with you too. Have a nice week.
Okay.
Bye.
Very well
Okay,
done.
please.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Helen. Thank you, Anguzo, for being with us.
Yes.
Bye.